Are we back? Oh, fantastic. That was like a really inconvenient time for my whole like router to decide to quit. Like it'll let me stream like Netflix all night long, but as soon as I go on, it decides it has different ideas. But thank you for sticking around. We're going to continue this drawing. And whew, that's definitely like a spike in my adrenaline. So I'm going to try to harness that into like inking. So let me see. Oof. Since my hand, I'm just like still coming down a bit. So I'm going to do this more like this part of the fabric, which can be like a little bit wrinkly. Like I'm not quite ready to do these smooth lines on the face yet. Oh, with all the energy. Oh, you know what? And I should remember, that is true. Since they're flying towards us, I can do the sort of zipping lines effect, which is my favorite thing to do. Okay, so let's... So this is the line of the back edge of this. Good idea, Diraj. Okay. So I think the leading edge is going to be more solid, and then this, let me see, this comes up to, there's like the top part of it. Can wrap these around. Like I can, like instead of filling this in black, I can just like hatch these lines down. And actually, when I do this, I should remember to get the same effect in on her form. Let me just make a little pencil note here that like this arm is like sort of zipping this way. And then this one would be, I want to drag that through wet ink, but I can make little zigzags here. Oh yeah? Let's take a look at that on the Discord. Let me see. Historically, we've had a hard time with window capture, but I think I've had some practice since then, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to do this. Here we go. Discord, artworks, and then we make it visible. Hey! I really like what's happening here. So this is MS Paint. That's... congratulations on a successful I mean, in some ways, it's an improvement. Am I to understand that the left side is Bob Ross and the right is your interpretation? Well, that is lovely. And it's like just the kind of calming vista that my mind needed. Okay. I'm just thinking about that cool stream. Kind of breathing the fresh air off of those, are those cedars? Pines? Okay, anyway, let's get back to drawing. And let's get rid of this. Okay. What? I do not BS. I might white out these lines. Okay. While I'm thinking of it, I'm going to do... Yeah, I'm going to work on this arm. So since she's spinning this way, I think the leading edge is solid. And it goes out for the forearm. And back in. So then I think on the back edge is where you would put these streak lines. Now I'm just like zigzagging along where I did my pencil line. Yeah, Dheeraj, I'm really into these. I feel like I like how for like a long time they were only found in manga, but I feel like I've seen more Marvel artists doing it, like here in the US. Like is his name Daniel Warren Johnson? He did that new Beta Ray Bill series, which is lovely and has lots of speed lines. If you're into that kind of thing. Okay, I think that worked out quite well. And while I have like arm shapes in my mind, I'm going to come down here and work on the other one. So top of her shoulder. Which side is spinning? This side is solid. This side has zigzags. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to be in a place where I don't really look at like comics or manga as being separate. I feel like I can enjoy both and not have to take sides. And I feel like I could learn. I mean, there's really good artists who work in each category or venue. Um, I mean, definitely there are some. I mean, they each have kind of like a long tradition, but I feel like people have been reading things across the Pacific in maybe both directions that there's enough like cross pollination. Or, I guess to put it another way, like, would it help me? Would it help me to think of them separately or as like part of the same thing? Like, I don't know that it would be meaningful to me to be like I'm doing like a comics drawing or I'm doing a manga drawing and then draw differently. I feel like I would want to draw the same way in both scenarios. Oh, this I didn't do any streaks on this glove. Oh, he has a YouTube? I need to look that up. Okay. I think I'm going to do all the streaks first and like hmm. These don't make sense. I did, I did these on the back of her arm. but that's not the direction they should be going in. Like this makes sense because she's sweeping her arm back, and this makes sense because this is sweeping this way as I. That's totally fine that I dragged ink with my graphite, but these would also be going this way, not that way. So in a situation like this, I just accept what happened. I don't own a time machine. I'm just going to make the correct lines right on top, and then correct, and then take the other ones out later. These should go this direction to like match with what's happening here. Looks a little rough right now, but I'm on the case. Okay, let me see. I think there's little piping around her sleeves, so I'm just going to do like a little double line here. Same for this. Trying to figure out. This is really unclear about how her head connects down here. I just need to work some of this out and not totally improvise it in ink just yet. Let me think. So her neck would come down like here. Here's like the back of this. The top of her spine would be like here. Her shoulder blades would be like this. I try to like be aware of all this, even though it doesn't always make it into the finished drawing. Let me think. Her collarbones would connect like right here and then be in the front. So the neck would come down. Oh my god. Still looks a little strange. I mean, there's still time where I could rework this head if I need to. Like, is that physically possible, what I've drawn? Would a chiropractor get mad at me for drawing something this way? No, I'm going ahead with it. I think it'll work out. Okay, so let me see. I think I've done enough inking. I feel confident enough in my pen stroke that I'm just going to do the face, which needs to be like a little more exact than, say, some cloth or like some loose parts around the shin. Let me see. Let's pull her headband around here. I think that goes underneath this other hair bun. And for the accuracy, I'm definitely going to have some loose hairs coming out of these. I don't know if any of you viewers have had long enough hair to put them up in a bun, but me personally, I could never collect them totally in a perfect sphere. Like they would always like stick out underneath. So I'm going to draw some strays coming out. On both sides. I think I need to bring this ear a little smaller than what I have in pencil. I think there's going to be, yeah, like more piping around the back of this collar. And then this is basically just like a cylinder sitting on top of here. All right, so I've been using this guy for most of these lines, but I feel like for the face I need to get out my even smaller pen. Like this one's great for doing these pretty even lines with just like some weight difference, but there's kind of a limit to how small you can get with it. And for the face, I just want to be pretty delicate. Let me think. Oof. You know, I'm just going to add a couple of these because the feel of this pen is a lot different than the other one. So I just want to make sure I understand what kind of line is going to come out when I press down. I'm just kind of trying to understand that by making lines. Okay, I feel good about it. All right, put in this eyebrow. You know what? For this, let's get in even closer because I'm definitely putting my nose closer to the paper for the accuracy. Let's just get all the way in here. I don't exactly love how the tip of that hairbang, like the point of that is exactly the same as this eyebrow. It's kind of a bad tangent. So that might need some work. And I think in the comic they don't. I was checking before the stream just like how to do the eyes. Because I was tempted to just fill them all the way in black, but I think usually they're kind of hatched like that. And I can go back and add a highlight near the end. Draw the other nostril. It's a little cute. I'm gonna put like some scrunching lines around this nose. And then put like a little grin here. I think that's gonna be all right for the face for now. We still have lots to draw, and if we decide to change that, we can do it. Okay. I am gonna like show this shoulder blade a little bit here. And what should I draw next? I need to get some of these tools in. All right, now that we're done with the face, I'm gonna zoom us back out. Oh, Twitch John, thanks for the follow. I'm gonna give you the thumbs up. Okay. All right, let me just zoom this back out. Maybe like that. All right, so on the checklist, we need to draw these weapons. We need to draw the scroll. Add a little like grass for the ground. You know, it would be thematic to just put some leaves in here too, since she's from the Hidden Leaf Village. I'm gonna like overlap that with the edge of her shirt just to give some depth. Yeah, Twitch John, we're drawing Tenten, one of my favorite Naruto characters. We did a Naruto character last stream too, but there's like definitely plenty more where that came from. Like that's only 2 characters out of, you know, however many hundred Kishimoto came up with. All right, let me draw the handle of this one. and then the wrap that goes up. I'm just going to curve those lines around. Here's the like circular handle. You know, maybe I could do. I'm trying to think of what direction to make the lines. I mean, these are shooting straight out, so I can just drag this ink back. This is the back edge. This goes off. Let me think. Comes to a point there, goes back out. I'm just sending out a tweet so people know to come watch. Okay. Bringing these speed lines back down. I think I could do these pretty quickly and it might be like even better. Because they're not really the center of focus. Like, I sort of have it arranged where everything is pointing back to Tenten. Like these sort of point all towards the center, and then this scroll sort of just like frames the image because it sort of wraps all the way around. I could put the scroll in. Let me think. I'm gonna draw a cylinder here. I feel like there should be like the center dowel that it's wrapped around. I'm not quite ready to draw it ribboning all the way through here because there's definitely some stuff in front that I want to get first. And as I'm looking at this, I think I just want to bring this chin in a little bit. Yeah, I'm happier with that inside line, and I'll remove those later. Oh, it looks like someone in the chat has a question. Please go ahead, Galuigi. I'm gonna take this opportunity to have this little orange. Oh wait, it's gonna cover my face up. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay, I clicked on the right thing. I'm just a little shy about eating on camera, so anytime I take a bite, I'm just gonna put that up. But I will say this is like the perfect streaming snack, and I'm going to share this because it's true. Okay, let me take this away. So, Galuigi says, I think on your slideshow you had some of your art colored. Oh, speaking of the slideshow, here it is. Like, say that's colored. I'm going to change this to make it go a little faster. Right now it's every 8 seconds. Let's do every 4. Yeah, I didn't draw that, but it is important. So those are all drawn on paper like this, but the color is digital. Those are usually Photoshop, but some like this baby, I think, would not be improved by color. But say with a character like these, like especially with comics dudes, like the colors are such a big part of their outfit that it almost doesn't look like them if it's not in if it's just black and white. Some of these I did on stream, like that one and the last one. Anyway, so I hope that answered your question, Gal. Let me, yeah, that is digital color. Let's take away the slideshow. And okay, that was a good intermission for me. All right. There's just like all these kunai in this one shuriken. I think it's because kunai are a lot more forgiving. Like I feel like the geometry on here has to be pretty close to like 4-way symmetry, or it looks very strange. I don't know about this. Okay, I'm thinking about where the center of all these speed lines go. It would be like down here. So I'm just going to draw these back. Okay, I'm just working my way around here. Um, um, Yoi5 asks, if you don't mind, I do not mind. How do how do you keep coming up with cool and dynamic poses? Um, hmm. Well, so first of all, thank you for suggesting that my poses are cool and dynamic. That is what I aim for. A lot of it is just thinking about who the person is and how they would move in character. Like it makes sense for Tenten to move this way, just because of this is her main ninja art, sending out blades. So doing her in that pose makes sense to me. I think like in the pencil stage, usually the first third or first half of the stream, I definitely try to like go through a few poses until I find one that fits. So it doesn't happen right away, and I kind of don't expect to have a cool pose on the first time. Like either it'll be too straight up and down, and I'll try to like tilt them. Like I've done enough drawing in my life where I can sort of hold the character in my mind and just like turn them, like turn the shape different ways. And then so I try to come up with a way of showing them that's the most dramatic. And that just takes practice. Hmm. Yeah, cool and dynamic poses. That is I mean, it's kind of like a career-long question that I need to like think about. Like, I definitely intentionally put a lot of contrapposto in there. It's kind of like an art history word, just to get some motion in her form. Like the hips go this way, the shoulders go that way, but then kind of bringing it back by having her look this way. I don't know. Just a lot of tricks that I've accumulated over the years, um, just by doing a lot of drawing. Okay, so here's the scythe. I'm trying to think, like, the top part of this should be darkened in because like the bottom edge would be sharp, and so that would have like raw steel down here, but this could be black. That handle is too thick. That would be very clumsy to wield. Just bring that in, and then I can take out those outside lines later. I mean, stuff like that definitely takes practice, just like not sweating it. Before, I would have just put my head down on the desk and despaired, but, um, if you draw enough, you can just roll with it. So I'm going to bring back Urasawa to tell us to please draw more, because then you just get used to this process. Oh yeah, Gal, did you notice the new icon next to your name? Um, it's a pleasure having you in the chat. I hope you'll come back to all the future streams, and the VIP status is like a little bribe. Okay, let me see. I think that's all the ninja tools. So it is time to put in. Oh, let me put the other end of the scroll in first so I know where to connect it to. Let me think about making that the same length. And I think this part should be pretty thin because it's like the inside core that the scroll rolls around, but the rest of it is opened up. Am I trying to fulfill the affiliate requirements? That's difficult to say out loud. Fulfill affiliate. Yes. So let me just give Gal a shout out. Yeah, I got a raid from them last time, which kind of helped me get over the 50 follower hump. So now I just need to get a certain number of hours, a certain number of days. So I've been doing it like every other day, but I'm gonna have to take a break over the holiday because I'll be doing so much family stuff. I won't be able to hop on here. So maybe I could get one in. Maybe not tomorrow night, but I always want to try to do a morning stream because I get up and like I'm so energized from breakfast. I want to jump on, but I'm like the West Coast people aren't even awake yet. Maybe so potentially there might be a Tuesday morning stream. We'll see. Yeah, I do want to do affiliate because there's some fun stuff that I want to do with some sound clips, but I can't really count my status before it has hatched. Like I even drew a couple of emotes last night, but I was like, no, put that away. It hasn't happened yet. Don't jinx it. And for this scroll she's unfurling, let me just get out a piece of scratch paper. So I feel like this is more like one of the first like things that I learned how to draw. Was like Like say if you wanted to draw, this is like a flagpole, that you could just like make this curving line down like that, and then bring these lines down. And then, wait, bring that line down. And then just kind of do the same curve here. I mean, I feel like every time I do this, I'm just transported back to like 4th grade or something. But essentially, we're doing the same thing as that. So let me just see. Am I on camera? Yeah. So this is going to go to that scroll, and then that's like the top hump of this curve. So this is going to come down. This is here. Like I do have to think about it a little bit because it's not doing the same as that flag that I showed you, but it's the same theory. So I could have like a little ripple of that coming in. And this goes up. I don't know, Gal. I saw those art school drawings you did. And then I think these are just to show the like decorative border on here. So I can make those a little thinner. And also put those on the inside here. That's looking all right. So, I mean, this is what we're doing. We just have to follow this pattern all the way around the bend. Let me think. Maybe I'll also start from this end and then try to connect them somewhere behind the scythe. So let me see. And I think one thing I want to do is this is kind of bouncing off the ground. This hits the ground here. So we're going to do like a couple of ripples from that impact. That comes down. Follow the same curve. And then these can kind of make wrinkles across here. Let's see. All right, so I want to at least bring this up past this leg. I'm not totally following where the pencil line is, just because I want things to seem lively, and so kind of just going with what makes sense in the moment. Great. All right, so that. And then we can swing in here. You know what? I don't love this line. I'm going to just cross that out. This line is fake. Because I want this to go off the side of the image. I think if I had curved this in, it it would look like I was avoiding this edge. And I want some sense that the world continues outside the frame of the picture. So this is going to go, it's a line across here, and then this bends down. Actually, I need to fix that a little bit. So I'm going to cross out this. That's just a signal to myself. So then we'll bring this back here. Put like another little ripple in here. Let me think. We're almost there. So I'm going to try to imitate that same ripple I drew on that side. Let that go up. Great. And it's okay that it's getting like a little narrower and wider because like the fabric, is it fabric or paper, parchment? I don't know. It would be like twisting also in space. So like this is fine. I'm even going to like connect some of these a little bit. Oh, you know, I should put, just to show it's like a little bit weathered, I could put these little like notches on the edge. Because people have been studying these scrolls for a while, I'm trying to suggest. Okay. So now I just need to add the border. See, am I on camera? Good. Okay. And then I will get the brush out because there would be calligraphy all up and down the inside of the scroll. Which I think we're just going to simulate. Like, I don't think that I'm going to write out all 1,000 characters that would be from here to here. And that'll be good compositionally too, because since they would be written, you would read like top to bottom, like all those lines of text are going to be also pointing in. So those radiating lines will also help focus the eye towards the center of the composition. Is my thought? Okay. Okay, that's it for the border. So I think I need to add a little bit, some like grass blades and maybe a few more leaves just to show that she's not just in a white void. Let me like zoom out the camera a little bit. be nice to see more of the whole picture. Kind of how things are going. So I feel like I should be pretty free with this. Just gonna add some like grass flying up. They can like overlap other stuff. And as we move up, it'll kind of be more like leaves. Should she be holding something in her hand here? Right now she's just doing... Oh, you know what? This... If she's doing the ninja sign, this thumb would not be sticking out. That thumb is not there. This is going to be filled in black. The thumb folds in. Okay, so... Yeah, and the grass should have natural shapes, so I'm just going to try to do this impulsively. Add some more leaves. I'm a little worried that the way I'm doing these leaves is like a little too evenly spaced. So I'm going to try to put a couple of them closer to each other. I think I was just naturally finding like the biggest open space and putting a leaf right in the center. But I have to be careful. That it doesn't look too wallpapery or too patterned. It should be like a little chaotic. Put a leaf like right in front of her arm here. Down here, you know, there's still plenty of time to add grass. All right, that's enough for now. Well, I say that and then I just add another one. Let's come back to that after. You know what? Before I brush in the ink, which will add big pools, I'm going to erase all this graphite. I'm going to erase all this graphite and really see what I've got. Is anything super damp? I don't think so. Okay, here we go. Longtime viewers of this stream will know that this is my favorite part. A lot of the time I don't even know what I have until I kind of reveal it like this. Okay. I know, I hope you enjoyed that pencil. It'll be in the VOD, but it won't be on this Bristol board. Yeah, so once this graphite is gone, I'll have the opportunity to repair some of the things, some of those happy little mistakes. Man, I pencil pretty dark because I work over it so many times. I really have to like bear down on this. Oh, you know what? I totally didn't include the underline of her. This is the kind of thing that I find out. I think I do want to have, well, I want to darken the top of that eyelash and then include a line underneath. Okay. I'd say we've got a good 95% of the graphite off. And there's always going to be more, so at a certain point I have to say, that's it. Okay, that's good. All right, so let's make some corrections. I think I managed to bonk the webcam, so it's bouncing a little bit. That will... Then I touched it again. I'll just leave that alone. So, yeah, there were these streaking lines that were going the wrong direction. Just going to take those out. I think this part of the scroll didn't go the right direction. I drew some extra handle on here, so let's get rid of that. Oof. Trying to get this to flow evenly out. Okay. Some smudges there. That doesn't really add to the picture. Take those out. Some of these wrinkles don't exactly make sense, so I'm just gonna take some of these out. Smudges here. I wanted to clean this up a little bit. Oh, and the very first smudge right at the start. Gonna take care of that. All right, let's get the brush out. That's gonna be black. I think I'll color the hair in. Okay. Right, to the right of my drawing board, you can't see it, but there's a 32-ounce jar of water. I'm just like soaking my brush. You can probably hear that dinging. Okay. Let's just warm this up a little bit. Yeah, those are looking kind of rough. Let me start again. It's definitely a very different experience using something like this than to use one of those like steel nib pens, because there's almost no, I mean, there's basically zero resistance when you push down with this. So I'm just making like a bunch of shapes kind of close to each other, just to make sure that I can control it the way I want to. All right, I'm getting the feel for it. Let's make these smaller. Okay, great. Have I ever spilt the water? I think my jar, I'll try to hold it up without spilling it while I do it. Like I kind of intentionally used a larger jar, and it's like full, it's full to the top, so I would have to elbow it pretty intentionally to knock this over. I'm not sure how much... Are there any Hmm. Physicists would know how much. Is that the right school of study? Like, how much does 32 ounces of water weigh? Like, a pint's a pound the world round, right? Hmm. I don't know. And anyway, also on my ink container, so I had. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let's go to the chat window for a second. Like I just, it came out of a bottle like this. And so then I just, this is like a jar of spices. Or, no, you know what? This was like a mini jam jar sample from like a farmer's market. So then I glued it onto this wider lid. So this is also very hard to knock over. Okay, so enough. Let's go back to the drawing. I know, how embarrassing would it be to dip your pen in the wrong jar and start inking your drawing with like marmalade. All right, let me see. Let's start filling in things that I know for certain. Like I know her gloves are black. Dang, I shouldn't have done that. Because what I can do is, instead of inking that in, I should do those with pen lines. So I could, or I can do, I'll do it quickly while I'm thinking of it. Because these can also suggest motion rather than being a solid black, which would be kind of still. Like I did that with these knives, but I'm going to do it again here. Just let me think about this direction. So this has like a little more movement. And I'll just like turn that a couple degrees and go over it again. Cool. And same thing for this. That's sweeping on this around this way. So let's ink these in. Rotate a little. Same thing. Okay. Great. But since like her head and her hair is like sort of in the middle of what's spinning around, it would be relatively still. So I can do these with a solid black. And I'm going to like go almost but not quite to the edge just to show like it's a little bit glossy. Let's zoom back in. I always like to do that for the inking stage. Okay. I'm kind of asking myself, to do this hairstyle, I think you have to sort of part it down the middle and then gather it on either side. So should I or should I not include, like leave a little white space in between here? Maybe. I can always close that in. I'll leave it for now. I can thicken this up with the brush. Do I dare to put this line in? Yes. Okay. Oh, you know what? I think I missed out part of where the headband goes back because there should it should tie, and then there's like two things. So let me put that in. Where's the pen that I just had? It's right here. So let me think. This wraps around her head. It would tie. Well, you could tie it any part. So let's just put that here. And then like two things like that. All right, let's see. Oh, I definitely missed some parts that I should white out where I had done this leg line originally. I feel like that's starting to look more like the character. Um, like these are some of her signature looks. Okay. And then I think the shin part is bare, but the sandal is black. I'm leaving that little line to show kind of the construction of this. Okay. Now we'll just work our way down here. Trying to think. This foot might be way too big compared to the other one, but I can repair that. I know this, I mean, this is a little bit pointed towards us, but let's make these match. I think the heel is going to go more like there, like that. So I'm going to also move that line down. And when I go over this with the brush, I'm going to try to remember which lines are good. Let me just X that out. X that out. Okay. So that foot should make a little more sense. Is this the sort of music I'd normally listen to? Um, I'm enjoying this music. The playlist is curated by twitch.tv. Um, so I can kind of choose what channel, or if the track is really not working, I could skip it. I think it's nice that it's instrumental, because I would find words too distracting. But I think if I chose my own music, I'd probably. There's other stuff that I might play, like I can't play it in stream, I think, without getting a copyright strike. But I'm going to link you guys to a video of my favorite band. To Okay, I'm just in my browser. I think this is it. Oh, don't start playing. But I'm going to link this, and you guys could watch it whenever you wish. Or you could mute my voice and listen to that while watching the stream. I don't know, I think I would probably try to look for music that goes with the spirit of whatever I was trying to draw. So if I was drawing something more fun, I would listen to fun music, or drawing something angsty, I would probably maybe get out some music from my teen years and just try to get that feeling back. Oh yeah, I could never get tired of listening to Sunset Roller Coaster, and let's see. All right, so I have to wipe that out. I think we're definitely in the home stretch. Still have to do, I need to make sure that there's something written on the scroll, because it would be embarrassing in the heat of battle to have brought a blank scroll with you and you unroll it and there's nothing written on there and your your ninjutsu doesn't work. I'm just going to have to write something on here. Let me just like practice. But like, I mean, when I'm drawing, I would probably listen. Like another way would be to listen to some like teenage favorites, where even though they have words, like I've heard every Cure album so many times, like it doesn't bother me, or like I don't have to do extra work to try to parse the lyrics because they're just part of who I became. Oh man, it is like such a relief to just be able to suggest what might be here. Like I've definitely put hours in, like on my Chinese language homework, just writing rows after rows after rows of like the same characters. Okay, let's see. Nothing written on the back. So I'm going to add a little bit of hatching here and there, and I think we might be wrapping up soon. Oh, you also went to Chinese school? It's an experience. It was nice that they let us do like painting also. Um, and I'm okay at drawing, but my older sister was definitely like a savant, and the teachers were taken aback with like her like Chinese style brush drawings, even like at a young age. Like, um, I love my sister a lot, so I hope you don't mind me bragging on her a little bit. But like, um, I think at like age 14, she had won like a citywide art contest in St. Louis, and then she was like approached by like Kansas City Art Institute to like have a full scholarship and just like go to art college like at that early age. Um, so yeah, I love her a lot. I like to be able to talk about her. So I think I'm just adding. I don't want to overdo this. Maybe like just a little bit here. Oh, you know what? This scythe doesn't have any speed lines coming off of it. She ended up not going because I think my parents thought that 14 was too young to be away from home. So eventually, when she was 16, the Art Institute of Chicago like offered her to go there, and that she did take. Like she was able to get her GED and go off. And really, like I'm drawing because I saw her doing it, and I was like, man, that looks cool. So us being here on the stream is sort of thanks to her in a kind of long arc of my history. I think I should add like a little bit of shadow under here. Maybe. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Would that improve the drawing? You know, I'll put them in, and if I don't like them, I'll take them out. But what direction do these go? Like that? God. That way? Just put a couple in. Because I feel like this area would be. Yeah, that's good enough. That's good enough. And I think we're going to just look if there's anything else that needs attention, and then I might sign it and then call this a stream. Let me see. Like there's a lot of these overlapping parts where I'm just trying to make it clear which thing is in front, like this grass is in front of the scroll. This leaf is in front of her back. I know there's going to be more stuff. Maybe that's it. Okay, wait, this thumb is a little bit vague. Oh yeah, I said I was going to get these. I feel like staring at a drawing for 2 or 3 hours, it's like hard to even understand what I'm looking at anymore. But if I were to go do something else and come back, like these things would jump right out. I'm wondering if I want to put like a little bit. Let me try it. I'm gonna add like a couple hatch lines down here, just because I think her knee is making contact to hold this down. So this is just to show that that's touching. And I think we might have a drawing. Oh, I wish she streamed under the James Sister username. I would watch that. Okay, so let me get out my signing pen. And let's zoom out. Where's my window? Okay. I feel like I should plan ahead where I'm going to do that, but I just get so into drawing. Let's sign right here. Right here? Right here. Okay, we can bring this all the way in. MESKUO. Thank you, UA5. And thanks for the claps. 2021. Okay. Bring that back out. So here's Tenten. I'm pretty happy with it. I like this better than I liked the Killer Bee. I smeared my white out, so I'm just gonna fix that line. Okay, now it's done. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I should just mention everybody who showed up. So thank you, Galuigi. Thank you, Yoi5, Leon, Noel. Anybody else I'm missing? Kathy G. Johnson, if you're still here. Yeah. So I mentioned earlier, potentially, there's a question from the chat. Have you ever made an art piece in like January of a year and signed it with the wrong year? I did that all the time when I was doing homework assignments in school. Yes. I definitely write the wrong year, and not just in January. Sometimes I'll be so involved in a piece, I'll just time travel 2 years ago and write like 2012 on something. Who knows? I think the camera's not really picking up the piece, but okay, there it is. So is there anybody that I should raid? Let me go see if anyone I'm following is on. Okay, I'm gonna go raid Lita426T, even though she's a huge streamer, but I really enjoy that channel. So let me type in raid Lita426T. Yeah, I find her channel really enjoyable. I hope you will too. Okay, and it's counting down. 5, 4, 3. Oh wait, here's my outro screen. Thank you so much for being here. See you next time. Here's the raid.